G'day guys, welcome back to Pete Zone, and today I'm doing a reaction to an independent Sydney-based indie rock group. Love independent rock groups because that's the basis of how most of our successful bands worldwide have progressed. They go through the independent charts, they get played on radio stations like Triple J and Double J, and then they get picked up by the big commercial stations, radio stations, and then move on to the world stage. So independent or indie rock bands are the grassroots of Australian music, and I'm sure that that's the same situation across the world, throughout the world. Independent rock bands, or indie bands they call here, are the grassroots of our Australian music industry. So let's have a look. They're called Civic Video. Now, having a look at the band's info online, it says that the formation, this band is a Sydney-based indie rock group formed by Izaac Newton-John. Izaac Newton-John. On his relation to the Newton-John family, like the living Newton-John. We'll have to explore that and see who he is. Bella Whitehall and Riley Marr. Okay. A Civic Video. Song's called Melbourne. He goes. Melbourne.
I was drunk when I met you, drunk when we kissed, drunk when I said I hadn't drunk anything. If you were an angel, I clipped your wings, dragged you down to earth and rolled in my shit. If you wanna stay here, I'll know you're lying. I'll drop you by the bus 'cause you're scared of driving. Without all the anger, I'm just left with the silence. A beautiful melody now sounds so quiet. Follow me home. I lost that little feeling in the depth of my soul.
Stop it there. Okay, so far, what is it? I always do this. It's around 49 seconds. My first reaction. They're tight. They're a four-piece band, typical indie rock band. Rhythm section's tight. He's got good vocal, good harmonizing. There's a girl on bass harmonizing. I'm just going to see if he's related to, yes, Izaac Newton-John is related to Olivia Newton-John. Wow, he's listed as one of the nephews mentioned in the official family statement. So he's the nephew of Olivia Newton-John. Wow, okay, that's great. Yeah, so far so good. I'm impressed. They've got a really good light, airy sound about them, and it just looks like they're a really fun indie rock pop band. Excellent. That's what we need. We need some airy fairy sometimes to lift up our own lives. So Civic Video. Melbourne, liking it so far. Let's continue.
You got that plane to Melbourne, I was barely holding on.
Wow. Yeah. Love that guitar sound.
She said, why do you stare like I'm dying of something? Is it written in your mind? Am I already nothing? With that he said, someday you'll grow and be something. But don't look down, kids, your moment's passing. Follow me home. I lost that little feeling in the depth of my soul. Don't know
stop it there. It is a kind of uplifting type of indie rock pop band. They're harmonising really good. He's got a good voice. She's got a good harmonising voice. The musicians are really good. Like they've got that guitarist, second guitarist, he's got those licks going through the whole song. Very catchy licks, and it's just a fun type of band, fun indie rock band, and I'm kind of liking them. So I think I might be listening to more of this Civic video. Just get back to it. You reckon? Get back to it? Yeah, he wants to get back to it.
All I left it all inside. God, I let it die. I was barely holding on. Now I forget what it feels like to be someone who was ever sure at all. Now your thoughts, clouds, and rain showers. So these days I tend to stay indoors. Unless I little feeling in the depth of my soul. Oh, I tend to stay indoors. Be someone who is ever sure at all.
Gotta love guitar band.
You got that plane to Melbourne, I was barely holding on.
They get you toe tapping. Wow. Yeah, that was good. Guitar rock bands, guitar indie rock bands are so light-hearted that you just want to keep on listening to them. You know, like they're good for listening to parties and driving along in your car. It's uplifting. Please put in your comments what you thought of the video. Any videos or reactions you want me to do, please state those too. But look, overall, my reaction to the indie rock group from Sydney called Civic Video were pretty good. They were a light, upbeat, catchy tune, good vocals, good harmonising, great little four-piece band, very, very, very tight. And I'm looking forward to doing some more reactions for this group called Civic Video. In the meantime, guys, just don't forget, support your local indie bands. Download their music, go and see them live whenever you can, because our music industry over the past 10 years has kind of dwindled a bit, hasn't it? There's no live circuits, there's no places where you can go see bands like there were in the 80s and the 90s, where you could walk down the street and there was a local pub, you could walk in there and have a listen to your local bands and support them, and get the music industry going back to its grassroots again, producing some really good bands. So go out there, support your bands, your local bands, listen to a lot of indie music, Triple J, Triple M, all those radio stations who promote the grassroots independent bands that are coming through at the moment. So the more we can do that, the more successful music industry we'll have here in Australia. Guys, in the meantime, take care of yourselves, be kind to one another, and till next Peach Zone reaction video, take care.